Hey y'all, it's K Divine. Um, Sorry, the truck coming behind me. Coming back with a quick message. Um, we really live in a cruel society. Like, a lot of people lack empathy. And you know what? It's mostly because they're not taught to have empathy, or they have selective empathy. Uh, they it only feels they only feel for people that they truly relate to. When they don't have any connection, or like they don't understand you, they laugh, they make fun of you. Cause like just being in this situation, I know that everyone doesn't really know what I'm going through, but I know that some people have clocked it, and I know that some people like laugh about it. And you know, I don't find it funny because I know what I've been through, and I know what I've been fighting for all this time. But I really do understand and recognize that a lot of people really just don't, they just don't get it. Like, especially people who don't like, who've had everything all their lives, or they've never really had any issues. Because there are some people who've gotten through life without like minimal struggle, and I mean, good for them. Like that's wonderful if you can get through life with minimal struggle. With, if you had a decent family, and you guys had money, and you guys didn't have to worry about certain things. Or because I remember, like, even though my mom never did it, my mom would always threaten to like cut off the cable, and like, well, these bills, blah blah blah, and well, the cable gonna have to go, the phone's gonna have to go. She never did any of it. She always ended up finding a way to pay. But it's just like, just the I know that some people have gone without their cell phone. Like right now, my cell phone's not on. So, even if I did have anybody I could call for help, I wouldn't be able to, you know? So it's like, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm so tired. I'm having a day so far. You saw it from my other video. But we just live in a really cruel society. People would much rather judge you and make assumptions about who you are and what you're doing, and not really understanding your story. They would much rather just go off of what they see, and if they think it's funny, they think it's funny. And it's like, and this has made me grow in the sense of, like, I'm like, okay, well, people are gonna laugh at me no matter what I do, even if I have everything. Even when I was doing okay, people still laughed at me. Or like when I was first starting to like explore using my voice and talking about the things that I saw, and like when I was in the stages of wanting to start this channel but just not really knowing what to do, and I was just kind of developing my skills and how I speak, and being comfortable on camera, and just being comfortable speaking out in general, and not like repressing my true feelings. Sorry, I'm so tired, you guys. Once I started doing that, like, I saw people laughing at me and thinking that stuff was funny, And it didn't bother me so much that people were laughing. It was that people were misunderstanding what I was doing. And then I started not giving a fuck about people misunderstanding me, and just realizing that those weren't my people. But it is really difficult to exist in a world where you really want to put your best self out there, and knowing that you're not going to be received by everyone is hard. Rejection is definitely difficult, especially being, neurodivergent. I've struggled for many years with rejection sensitivity dysphoria. Like, the minute that I felt like someone was rejecting me or was rejecting the way that I was, like I would definitely just start to shrink back into a box, something palatable for them to make it easier for them. But I just can't do that no more. Like, that's why I keep trying to figure out, like, what is it that these gang stalkers really want? I guess that they really want me to crash out, but it's like I don't even have the energy to crash out right now. Like, I don't even have it in me to be angry anymore, because like I said, like in my last video, like, they already took everything, and now I feel like I've lost everything twice in a short period of time. Like, what I've been going through has been very torturous. Like, this has been like a pure human rights violation on me. Because it's one thing not to like me, it's another thing to do weird stuff. Like, I think I talked about before how my landlord, she had these HVAC people come in and pretend that they were going to change out my old HVAC system, and then it was the dead of winter, it's January, it was cold, it was like 4 degrees outside, had us in there with no heat, and it took forever for the heat for the house to get warmed back up again. It was so cold in there. Just, they took the old unit out, brought the new one in the box, half unboxed it, and then said, oh, we're at the wrong apartment. And then they added some piece to it that made, like, okay, this is where I keep having all these issues, guys. This is where I keep having all these issues with this, because it's like they added a piece to it, and then they had people go into the crawl space and messed with it somehow, so then, like, it was losing heat consistently. It just wasn't working properly. And I was like, they ended up giving me a new one, but the HVAC people were happy to do it. And I talked about in my last video with, like, the mail situation, like, right after I had my baby, and I hadn't been going to my mailbox, I'm gonna be honest, but a lot of people don't check their mail consistently, and like, but they were, and this is how I know that this was bullshit, because the person who lived in the last apartment I was in before me, he had 2-3 months worth of mail in that box, but they told me they took my mail and said that my apartment was vacant because I wasn't checking my mail periodically enough for them. Nor did they give me any warnings of, like, hey, you need to check your box. Hey, you need to come get your mail. They never said anything to me. They cut my mail off. And when I went to go check to see when my daughter's birth certificate and social security cards were there, which I'm pretty sure they stole those as well, to see if they may have been there. And then the people at the post office were so rude to me. The guy comes out, he's like, well, you haven't been checking your mail, so they was all returned. And I was just like, okay. And they were just so rude to me, and I'm like, what's the problem? I really don't understand this. We live in a really, like, people, and this world is so cruel, and I realize that, like, a lot of people just what can I say? A lot of these people just, they believe what they're told. The things that people will do for money. Because a lot of these people had to have been paid off. And like I said, like, this has been years in the making. Because that was in 2023. It's 2025 now. You know, when I had went to check and see about that stuff, you know. I I just don't understand this. I just don't. I don't get it. And I don't know where the ending of it is. Now, I will say the only reason why I survived is because of the Most High and my ancestors and my spirit team behind me. That's the only reason why I was even able to survive through this. Because when I tell you, they tried to set me up so many times. They recruited so many people, and then it's like on top of that, my ex, he was doing all this weird stuff trying to get me to. It was like he was like they were all plotting and planning on how to, like, he was gonna break up with me and make me look like a bad person. But I broke up with him before he had the opportunity to break up with me, and that's why I said, like, all of this is fake. Like, I was like, our relationship was never real. You know, none of my friendships were real. And it's just, this is just a cruel world, and I just don't get it. I never deserved this level of treatment from people. I don't treat people this way. And even though I have nothing, I don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. And I still don't treat people bad. And I just don't know when this ends. I'm not feeling all that great after I walked back from the park. Not feeling all that well. I probably should try to eat a little bit, but, like, I don't have much left, so it's like I don't know how much more of this I can take. I feel like I don't want to speak this into existence, but it's getting close to, like, I feel like I'm gonna end up in the hospital. Like, I'm not even joking right now. I don't know what to do. Been trying to get jobs, and nothing's happening there. A lot of places claim they're hiring, but they're really not. I just want my life back, you know? Like, I just want things to be better. I've struggled. I've been running. The only reason why I didn't pack up my car and take that money that I had and go somewhere else, drive states away, the only reason why I didn't do that is because my daughter, you know, her dad has legal custody. Like, that's the only reason why I didn't. the only reason why I didn't leave Michigan in the first place was because I knew that I couldn't just leave my daughter. I couldn't just leave her with him and not try to fight to keep my parenting time with her, because it's so important to me. Because if I could have just taken her, if I could have just ran, which I'm sure they would have tried to come and find me either way, which that's what these type of people do. But I mean, I definitely would have ran further away. I would not have stayed in Michigan. It's a tiny plane. This has just been it's a very dark time. Oh, they're campaigning for Puff Cannabis. Nice. I just don't know where this road is taking me. But the suffering is getting to the point where, like I said, like it's taking an immense toll on me and my body. And I know physically, like I know the way like my face looks and stuff, it don't look like that, but I'm literally, I can feel my body starting to kind of shut down in certain ways. And it's like, because even right now, like I said, I probably need to go try to eat something. But it's just, I don't know. I'm not sure what to say or do. I'm not sure how to fix this. I want things to be better. I mean, it's not something I can really fix in a way, because it's like, I didn't do this to myself, you know? I'm not saying that I didn't have a hand in like some of my financial issues, because I absolutely did. I was struggling before all of that started to happen. I was trying to work through some things. I did make some mistakes, but I was working on fixing it. You know, I was working on trying to do better. I mean, some of that stuff made me grow and made me really learn how to be better with my money and manage it better. And I've learned a lot of lessons. But this wasn't about the money. This is about the cruelty. This is about people taking advantage of my kindness and stabbing me in the back. And I don't understand what all of this was for. I don't understand what all of this was for. I don't know why this is happening to me. I don't know what the end of this is. I don't know anymore. It's really hard to say. Like, I've been trying to hold out faith and be still and just hope that things get better. But like I said, like, my body's starting to shut down. Like, I know I need to go walk and get water, but it's like I'm going to have to wait, because I literally, like right now, even right now, like I can't even focus, seeing straight right now. And I'm trying to wrap up making this video, but I felt like I needed to at least make it, because it's like, I feel like at least if something happens to me, or if I don't make it, like at least y'all got these videos on my channel to know, like, I really did push through. I really did. I did everything that I could do. I love my daughter, and I want the best for her no matter what. I wish I could have her with me, but I would never make her struggle with me like this. And I hate that my ex is playing games with me, to further this agenda. And I'm just like, when does this end? I'm the only person who was done wrong in this situation, but everybody else is playing the victim. I've lost the most. I'm uncomfortable. I'm exhausted. I'm not sleeping well. I don't have a lot to eat. I'm doing the best I can as far as keeping myself clean. It's not easy when you can't actually physically take a shower. I'm washing myself up in sinks, and I mean, it's better than not putting no soap on my body at all, but still, it's not a shower. It's hot. That's not helping. If it was fall, it probably would be just a little bit easier because I wouldn't be sweating as much, but still, the heat definitely makes it more difficult to survive through this. And I'm just tired. Because like I said, this is a cruel world. Because it's a whole community of people. This isn't just one or two people who just dislike me. It was a whole community of people that came up against me. And that makes me wonder what lies were told about me, because now it's like, what did they really say about me that made people that ready to be like, oh yeah, we gotta get rid of this person? And I guess getting rid of me in the sense of like out of the city just is not enough for them. I don't live there anymore. I don't talk to anybody other than my ex. I can't go back, but I don't know what to do from here, guys. If anybody has any advice or anything that they can think of that might help, I would greatly appreciate that. But I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna try to go eat and whatever I can muster up, and just try to rest a little bit before I have to go find some water. But I love y'all. Thank you for watching. And I'm sorry, I don't mean for these videos to be kind of like morbid and sad, but this is just what I'm dealing with. Like I said, like, it's a whole community of people. And for what reason? But I will say this before I wrap this up. In the Bible, Yeshua was under a lot of persecution. And not because he was a bad person at all. He was not a bad person. He just didn't subscribe to the general consciousness, to the rest of everyone else. He didn't fall in line with what everybody else was doing. And that really pissed off a lot of people. And they called him crazy too. But they knew he was a healer. And I think they were jealous of him for that too. They were jealous of his gifts. He was a prophet. And they killed him. They killed him. Made him carry his cross. He rose up on the third day, though. They were regretful after they killed him. They said, what have we done? I don't know if the people who have destroyed my life are in regret or anything at this point. I know that I did a reading yesterday, and the Seven of Swords came out in reverse, indicating that someone's coming clean for all the things that they lied and said about me. But I don't know what that means for me. I feel like that's part of the reason why I've been being gang stalked, because they're just trying to find any reason to, to justify their feelings about me. But these people don't have any reason. They did all this because they wanted to and because they're hateful, not because I'm a bad person. I just hope to be restored at some point. But I love y'all. Thank you for watching. It's your girl K Divine. I'll see you later.